Hey, I hope everybody's doing well. So annually, I've been providing a vision speech, kind of like what we have done in the past with my office and what we're working on in the future. It's something that I started back in 2020 when I was first elected, and I want to continue that every year. To my council colleagues, city staff, and the public, I'm very excited to be a part of the many changes coming to Gilroy this year. Legislating policy in-house often doesn't require budget allocations, and many of the best practices are already open source. We have many policies and practices that will continue to be updated to 2025 standards. The entire community was a part of the Gilroy General Plan 2040 process in late 2020. It was approved by the General Plan Advisory Committee, Planning Commission, and City Council, along with a full environmental impact report. We plan for growth and have detailed plans to address everything inside the General Plan 2040. The General Plan 2040 represents the City of Gilroy's view of its future, expresses the community's vision, local control, and guiding principles for development. The zoning code ordinance is the script of how those visions will unfold. Our 2026-2027 legislative work plan and city council goals have been formed over several meetings and will be formalized in June when we adopt the 2-year budget, along with several new housing laws that make it quicker and easier to build all types of housing. I will be focusing on our zoning ordinance, and that includes bike parking, noise impacting residential zone properties, tobacco prevention, inclusionary housing ordinance, accessory dwelling units, opportunity sites programs in our housing element 2023-2031, parking management and enforcement, transportation demand management, vehicle miles traveled policy, climate action plan, safe storage of firearms, community plan to end homelessness, transit priority policy, plans for the multi-generational center, and civic center master plan in state legislative bills. I am in full support of laying the groundwork for a civic center master plan and building a civic center park and multi-generational community center that is for all ages. The focus on a free space for our youth to have after school and on the weekends is a top priority to me. The City of Gilroy and Gilroy Unified School District have many facilities that can be used by the community for free, and that's why I've convened a joint use agreement working group. We have the opportunity to develop programming and provide spaces for the public with no barriers now. Gilroy has a once in a generation opportunity to shape what they want to experience in their civic center. Gilroy deserves this opportunity to transform the civic center outdoor space, build a state of the art community center for all ages, build a state of the art city hall, and we need input from all ages. Gilroy is in need of a central location for youth services, gathering spaces for large groups or events, and year-round space to offer recreation and community events. We need a city hall where our city staff can thrive in their workplace and a place where our elected officials and city commissions can host their meetings and public events in a state-of-the-art council chambers. Our residents and customers deserve a state-of-the-art experience when they come into City Hall for permits, plans, pay a bill, or interact with staff and elected officials and commissioners. I encourage residents to think big in your input for the Civic Center recreation and a Civic Center park and outdoor spaces. In 2025, we have many public and private partnership opportunities coming before the council. I am very confident that staff will continue to find grant funding opportunities that directly benefit all of our residents. I'd like to find some common ground when it comes to housing for all, climate action, planning our multi-generational community center, civic center, updating master plans, further streamlining of the permit process, and most important, our human capital or our employees. Many of these issues we can't solve alone, and we need to leverage partnerships that currently exist and be flexible when it comes to new partnerships. Thank you to all. Thank you to our county partners at Public Health who are wrapping up their successful 2.5 million Caltrans active transportation grant in East Gilroy called Gilroy Moves, which focused around physical activity and promoting public facilities. The consequences of failing to effectively and aggressively confront our housing crisis is hurting thousands of our residents, robbing future generations of the chance to call Gilroy home, stifling economic opportunities for workers and businesses, worsening poverty and homelessness, and undermining our environmental and climate objectives. Thankfully, millions of funding and dollars have continued to pour into Gilroy to help our most vulnerable address their rent burden. We continue to use our local control in streamlining the development process, implement our General Plan 2040, and streamline a process that makes it predictable to those that want to develop and invest in Gilroy. I am proud of the future housing plan that Gilroy City Council, Planning Commission staff, and the public have approved. We commit to advancing 40 opportunity sites for multifamily homes, downtown expansion district, and First Street mixed-use corridor flexibility program, 429 corner lots for the missing middle housing program, housing for farm worker program, and our inclusionary housing ordinance. Through incentives, funding, local control, and programs we can offer with our other partners, this will further a Gilroy that's livable for all. Newly launched pre-approved ADU plans to streamline the building process. The City of Gilroy offers standardized ADU construction plans that have been pre-approved, facilitating a faster and more cost-effective permit process. These plans come in various sizes and architectural finishes. If the site-specific plan and required documents are accurate and complete, permits may be issued within 15 working days. The City of Gilroy is participating in a multi-city initiative to explore updates and enact new affordable housing policies to be applied to new development projects. These policy studies include some combination of residential, affordable housing impact fees, inclusionary requirements and in lieu fees, and commercial linkage fees. We reached the end of the 4th year of my student internship program, and I'm incredibly proud of what they have accomplished. The work they do is essential to my platform, and I could not do it without them. From the op-eds they write to defend the defenseless, hold the powerful accountable, and attend meetings on behalf of my office, they are maturing to make this community a better place. Young people are essential to our civic discourse, and I am proud to have my students lead the charge. My work making the Gilroy City Council accountable continues to be with a publicly available voting record so that you all can see how your council member voted and on issues that matter to you. You can find this on my website at www.zachhilton.com, located under the legislative section. In addition, you can try and change the laws as you see fit. For the first time in Gilroy history, my office created a program called There Ought to Be a Law, where residents have the opportunity to get involved with legislative process. The Gilroy City Council should not be cloaked in an aura of secrecy. It should be a matter of public participation. Residents don't feel a sense of community and belonging if they perceive members of the City Council as an exclusive club. We commit to offering transparent paths to leadership positions, along with inviting and seeking different perspectives. The progress and accomplishments of my office are available on my website under the About section, and I will continue to engage with you in English and Spanish. My office-sponsored table hosted a booth and attended over 100 community events in 2024, provided free resources, bike lights, bike helmets, and listened to constituents at events including the Chalk Fest, La Ofrenda Festival, Register of Voters, high school education events, free bike repair and bike days, Nueva Vida community posadas, and school family resource fairs. There were numerous press releases and op-eds issued and published to keep the public in the loop. There were endless supports and testimonies for many important state legislative bills that decreased the cost and time of much needed affordable housing. Gilroy City Council committee assignments have a regional participation, and my position as director for Silicon Valley Clean Energy allow me to be a part of developing programs that will benefit all in Gilroy. Safe communities are climate resilient communities. Since 2017, Silicon Valley Clean Energy, or SVCE, has served our residents and businesses with clean energy while saving them money. In total, more than 93% of Gilroy residents and businesses served by SVCE have collectively saved more than $7.3 million on their electricity bills over the past 5 years. And this number will continue to grow as SVCE is a not-for-profit public agency that reinvests net revenues to the community through competitive rates, unique offers and services, rebates, community grants, and scholarships. The board of directors is made up of electeds from each community, and I've been appointed the Gilroy representative since 2021. SVCE launched $12 million of program funding for our multifamily direct install program, and built into the program are tenant protections referred to as rent evictions. Gilroy has the largest number of 100% deed restricted low income units at 1,770 in SVC's affordable housing stock. There are many smaller projects, 5+ units, that could benefit from converting their old gas wall heaters for a heat pump unit that can provide air conditioning in extreme heat. I look forward to continuing this work with SVZ consultants and local community-based organizations in completing their project in Gilroy. I've been serving on the Valley Transportation Authority Policy Advisory Committee since 2023. I have brought funding or collaboration opportunities back to Gilroy through their Transit-Oriented Communities Program and Transit Signal Priority. This new program seeks to maximize mixed use and mixed income, equitable transit-oriented development projects on both public and private sites around VTA transit stations and high-capacity transit corridors. Local jurisdictions have the power to improve travel speed, reliability, and overall appeal of public transit by adopting transit signal priority policies that prioritize transit at intersections along VTA's frequent network routes, or Gilroy's VTA frequent 68 route along the Monterey corridor. The FTA and VTA funded a combined $1.125 million that will fuel a community-centered station area plan focused on planning out the downtown area where the Gilroy Transit Center is located. The plan will prioritize multimodal transportation, pedestrian and bicycle access, and mixed-use development. The $750,000 Transit-Oriented Communities program is focused on partnerships to support local public agencies and other stakeholders involved in the creation of transit-oriented communities. The grant provided a free funding opportunity to support local public agencies, property owners, community organizers, and other diverse transit-oriented community stakeholders working to further transit-oriented communities along high-capacity transit corridors and stations in Santa Clara County. I'm happy to announce that our very own Carry the Vision was funded for community resiliency, strengthening small business resiliency, or increasing the ability to advance preservation and production of affordable housing. And the Gilroy Arts Alliance was funded for placemaking art and activation placemaking to create accessible and welcoming public spaces that reflect and enhance vibrancy of the local community's history, culture, and identity. VTA has an active transit-oriented development program, which partners with developers to build TOD projects on VTA-owned properties at transit stations. These TOD sites serve as gateways to the VTA transit system, offering significant potential to attract new transit riders to ensure the future developments preserve and enhance station access from the surrounding community. VTA conducts access studies for station sites identified in the TOD pipeline. Gilroy Station Access Study is nearing completion. The Gilroy Transit Center is a southern stop for Caltrain service and serves as a key hub for multiple transit options, including VTA bus routes, San Benito County Express, Monterey Salinas Transit, Greyhound, and commuter shuttles. It is also planned to become a future California high-speed rail station. The VTA-owned 7.8-acre site on the west side of the tracks is identified for future mixed-use, mixed-income TOD, will be a critical component of transforming the future site along with high-speed rail and contribute to Gilroy's regional housing needs allocation, or RHNA, of 1,773 units by 2031. Proposed access recommendations include bicycle and pedestrian safety improvements, such as high visibility crosswalks, pedestrian refuge islands, curb extensions, and upgraded bicycle facilities on key streets such as 7th Street, Eagleberry, and Chestnut. Year to date, my office has worked with our state and federal legislators to secure $5.2 million for public project funding that directly benefits our residents from the west side, east side, and a senior housing project on the south side. We attended many more regional and local meetings representing an elected office from Gilroy, and in my absence, my student interns would take my place in these meetings. I attended every opportunity I could to gain professional development and training through both webinars and in-person training. The arts are alive in Gilroy. Today we have a monthly arts roundtable, Third Friday Art Walk, Chalk Fest, La Ofrenda Festival, and the doors continue to open. The city of Gilroy celebrates the role of arts and creativity, helping us navigate a pandemic, amplify the need for racial equality, and highlight the power of the arts to change our lives for the better. The Gilroy Arts and Culture Commission and SV Creates work in partnership to support the arts and creativity in Gilroy as an essential part of a thriving community. SV Creates partners locally with the Gilroy Arts and Culture Commission, the Gilroy Arts Roundtable, to include the City of Gilroy with a network of leaders who care about the resilience of our arts ecosystem and its impact to our community. They are conveyors, promoters, incubators, and funders of the arts with a mission to elevate Silicon Valley's creative culture. The City of Gilroy recognizes that the arts and creativity support student success and lifelong learning, provide key job skills, and bring joy to our community while strengthening our connections and values partnering with SV Creates and state level organizations to promote unified support for the arts. The annual Downtown Gilroy La Ofrenda Festival brings together a cross-section of sponsorships and partnerships from government, education, health, private sector, arts, transportation, culture, nonprofits, labor workforce, and more. I would personally like to invite you to join us in downtown Gilroy on November 1st and travel to the festival by bike, bus, walk, or drive. My dreams for a bike, ped, walk, transit-oriented festival have come true with the creation of the Cycle, Health, and Transit Plaza. Thank you to all the volunteers, sponsors, and organizations that made it all come true. On behalf of my office, my student interns, and my family, I am excited for the challenges that 2025 has to offer. There are still many things to be addressed, and I'm taking them head on. Through the power of public participation, I am confident that 2025 can be one of the best years that Gilroy has ever had. Thank you very much.